one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from KAIT 8. Former Jonesboro police officer Joseph Tucker Harris pleaded guilty last Tuesday to filing a false police report and battery in the third degree. A judge sentenced him to 36 months probation. How about that? Including 30 days in the Craighead County Detention Center and an additional 90 days of house confinement. Whoa! According to online jail records, Harris was booked into the CCDC at 9 a.m. on last Tuesday, November 18th, to begin serving his sentence. The entry listed his home address as Hickman, Kentucky. Now, as part of his plea deal, Harris permanently surrendered his law enforcement certification, meaning he will never serve as a police officer in the state of Arkansas again. Now, he'll go to some other state. According to prosecuting attorney Sonia Haygood, the charges stem from an August 9th, 2024 incident involving detainee Billy Corum. Video from inside Harris's police cruiser showed him striking Corum multiple times in the head and closing the car's door on Corum's head. Probation. After arriving at the Craighead County Detention Center and after control had been transferred to jail personnel, Haygood said Harris attempted to strike Corum again. Harris did not disclose these actions in his police report, adding that he instead falsely stated Corum was transported with no further incident. Haygood said the plea agreement complies with the sentencing guidelines established by the Arkansas legislature for cops. While Harris's conduct was unacceptable and a serious breach of the standards expected of those entrusted with public safety, he is a first-time offender, with no prior criminal history, factors the law requires courts and prosecutors to consider in determining a just and lawful outcome. We recognize that cases involving use of force by law enforcement generate strong and understandable emotions, said Chief Deputy Prosecutor Jessica Thomason. She said, our responsibility is to evaluate the evidence, follow the law, and pursue a fair and just result, regardless of the defendant's occupation or position. Accountability applies to everyone. I wish the Yucaipa Police Department agreed with that. But did you hear she say, I'm going to read that back again. She said, our responsibility is to evaluate the evidence, follow the law, and pursue a fair and just result. According to this sergeant with the Yucaipa Police Department, they evaluate the evidence and then they make a recommendation. That's what he told me. Well, we evaluate the evidence and then we make a recommendation. That's in a traffic investigation. Yeah. I wish they followed the law, but they just make recommendations here. Apparently in Arkansas, they actually follow the law. Yeah, I'm going to keep harping on this. I really am. I'm going to keep bringing it up. But if y'all wonder what I'm talking about, so there's a yield sign, somebody's sitting here, a car is coming, they pull out in front of the car and get hit, and the cop says, well, that car was going too fast. That's why they hit him. It had nothing to do with failure to yield. Really. And then we talk to the sergeant, and he goes, well, he made a recommendation. A recommendation? But in Arkansas, they actually follow the law, you see. I don't know, man. I'm just a peon. I don't have a badge. And that's what it is. It comes down to, we're all just peons if we don't have a badge. If you don't have a badge, you're just a peon. But if you have a badge, you're part of the king's court. This guy slammed a dude's head in the car door, beat on this guy, and he got probation. And, he got house arrest. So he can sit and watch Oprah and go, hey, I'm on house arrest. I think I'll DoorDash some food. I can't go out. My God. House arrest? Gee, I have to sit at home. With Oprah. Dr. Phil. Hey, I watched some of this. You or I slam a guy's head in the car door, we're getting a year in jail for no less than assault and battery. But you're a cop. Well, we recommended house arrests.